Today, I'd just like to give a quick update on how I'm actually doing on my recently started steps to revamp my own routine and resist caving into life as a fatty. Hey, XenPuck here. First of all, just in case this isn't super clear, I'm not that serious about the usage of the word fatty, okay? I like it. I like fatty stuff. And when I die, one of the things that I'm considering putting on my tombstone is simply get fat or die trying, okay? But not yet. At least not before my own wedding reception, right? I think it's okay to want to look good one time in one's life. Heck, it'd be the one and only time I can recall in my life that I'm actually throwing a party, right? So yeah, who wouldn't want to look better than I do right now? Oh, Jesus. I mean, I saw some older pictures of myself on Facebook from like a decade ago, and I was like, damn! At least I could still see my own jawline back then. Like, there's like a frame right here. Not this squishiness, this round face. Oh, man. Anyway, it's been a week since I realized that I couldn't fit into my only pair of swim trunks. So yeah, did I stick to the plan that I outlined? Let's find out. Part 1, I believe I cut it into several parts. Number 1 was intake for food. Well, I did stick to my eating schedule, aka the intermittent fasting period throughout the day. Okay, so 1 to 10, something like that. Easy to remember, 1 to 10, right? That part, relatively easy. However, I can't quite decide if I should stick to the intermittent fasting schedule on my cheat day. I mean, it's a cheat day, so who cares, right? Oh boy. Also, my brand new diet of salads, fairly healthy ramen, oatmeal, random pork carnitas, that's been working okay. I've added some new elements, such as hummus and pita chips, and also ice cream to the equation. So I'm not really sure if I should continue either or both of these, to be honest, right? Though I did have a highlight of the week, which is me being disciplined. The example is I turned down mashed potatoes when wifey made us a steak dinner recently. To be fair, because we don't have a real functioning kitchen, this was actually store-bought, microwave, nuked mashed potatoes, so it was less of a challenge to ignore, right? It's not as good as the ones that we make ourselves. Alright, so what did I do not so well? Intake food. Well, I think it's actually quite hard for me to pick a reasonable cheat day. Like, should I do it on Saturday when most social activities happen? Or should I do it on Sunday so I can actually concentrate on just pigging out as an activity in and of itself? And not have to take into account like drinking situations that might complicate my mental calculations. I mean, so far it's been 1 week, and I picked my cheat day to be Saturday to make my wifey happy because we were out and about. Fair enough. Okay, point number 2, intake drink. Well, on the water front, I'm not drinking as much water as I should still, right? Not as much as I outlined in my initial video either, right? But it is significantly more than what I have been drinking, right? I aim to drink 4 bottles of water, and so far I'd say, yeah, I'm probably averaging a little bit more than 3 of these 16-ounce bottles instead, right? Oh well, habits are hard to change. So this one I have hope for. It's not as bad. I'll keep at it. I feel like I'll get there in another week or 2, right? But the second part about the drinking, adult beverages. The main issue here is that I found quite a lot of excuses to keep up the funner type of drinking, right? A great example is like my wifey likes to leave half a cup of wine here and there when she doesn't finish the drink. She just leaves it there. She doesn't throw it away. To be fair, she only does that because she would have tossed the drink prior to meeting me, but she doesn't now because she knows that I hate waste. So now I don't want to count those half cups against my own stated limit when it comes to adult beverages. It's terrifying, right? Like my OCD on not wasting food and drinks is conflicting with my expanding waistline. So far, the frugal utility version of me is winning, right? So I'm still drinking those half cups. So yeah, I feel like I've been using my stated control mechanism though, right? Which is that if I had 2 drinks on a non-cheat day, that means I'm down to 1 single meal that day. So on the drinking front, I don't feel that bad, though I think I may need more mental adjustments on what's triggering this type of, especially the adult type of consumption. So yeah, drinking also a work in progress. Finally, my third point, the sprinkle in some fitness part, right? The fitness. Right off the bat, I have to keep reminding myself that apparently losing weight as a goal is mostly about the diet, all right? And fitness is just, the cherry on top. Because progress on this front, I'm going to call mediocre at best if I do want to judge myself fairly, right? First of all, on the fitness part, I said the goal was 12.5 thousand steps a day. Heck, I'm still barely even getting to 10, to be honest, right? This week, my excuse has been that it's really hard to find time to do 3 hours of walking when the outside temperature where I live are edging up towards like 100 degrees, right? So I have made some minor adjustments to simply get up earlier, right? I'm forcing myself to become an early bird just to get more walking in, right? Also, to combat the simple boredom of simply walking through the same neighborhood that I live in, I am now doing my foreign language lessons via app while I'm doing the walk, right? That's actually worked out so far, pretty well so far. The past couple of days keeps both my brain and feet moving along, right? Now, the second bit, I said I'd work towards a pull-up, and so far in week 1, I've fallen prey to the I don't have enough equipment syndrome, right? I even went and purchased resistance bands because I figured I could use the help since I've never worked on muscles used for a pull-up like ever before, right? So I don't mind wading into this exercise via the kiddie pool version, so to speak, right? Alas, the delivery of said equipment via Amazon has been delayed, and I'm like, wow, I can't, really work on this if I don't have the equipment, because my stuff hasn't gotten here. This is totally lame and an excuse, and I recognize it. Hopefully, I only have 2 more days when you can use that as an excuse. So hopefully, I'll have something new to report. Oh my god! By the next update. Still, right, the equipment excuse doesn't even work on the third part of my fitness routine, which is simple exercise that I can obviously easily do, like squats, push-ups, or planks, okay? I definitely enthusiastically did those for about 2 or 3 days and then promptly forgot about them for the rest of the week. I mean, I get it. This is probably the bit that I'm most ashamed of because I've got all day. I'm retired. I don't have work. Making these YouTube clips doesn't really take that much time. And still, exercising has just never been a habit for me. So it's really, really easy to skip my mind. And, in conclusion, right, I want to mention that I still have other challenges facing this whole developer routine things. One weekend in reality staring at me in the face in terms of how hard habit forming can be, right? Because I didn't even get to the fact that it's summertime, or right after the pandemic is kind of cresting, right? So wifey and I have more travel coming up, which means more social stuff, which means deliberately outside of my regular routine, right? Outside of my regular environment, which means usually more drinking and more food. Now, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but we shall see how well I stick to my food and drink limitations, especially the dietary stuff, when we're essentially taking another mini holiday this weekend, in fact, to one of my wifey's favorite cities. I've been so desperate mentally thinking about this that I think maybe I should take a page out of the books of the more restrictive eaters, like, I can't believe I'm saying this, but like vegetarians. I mean, those people don't feel any shame when they have to constantly ask for very specific things when they just go out to any old regular establishments, right? Maybe I gotta learn how to be like that, join the hippiedom. My god. What is happening? Anyway, stay tuned. Will I actually become less of a fatty? At the current rate, 1 weekend, it certainly seems like it would take a long time, or at least longer than I anticipated. Well, just stick with me and we'll find out how I do, right? I'll try to give you guys regular updates on this front. Till next time, cheers. Have a good day.